Coach, this game seemed to kind of have like almost a pond hockey element to it. There was back and forth play all up and down the ice. And are you surprised at how well you were able to keep up with Boston College's at what is kind of considered to be their kind of game?
I thought we gave up minimal odd man rushes, but we did have 10. I mean, in that sense, it looked like that. I thought, yeah, I didn't expect that we would get 10. We didn't finish on them, but it did have that feel back and forth. It was an exciting game. I mean, it was a good hockey game that way.
Guy, you've come into this press area after games, you know, no matter the score, when you guys have lost, in a little bit of a more upbeat mood. Mm-hmm. Right now, you don't seem like yourself. Are you frustrated right now?
We're very proud of certain aspects of our performance. I mean, that is the best offensive team in the nation, and very much deservingly. I mean, by a lot. I mean, almost 3/4 of a goal. I mean, they're just a great team. But I'm disappointed that we had one goal a game again, and we take a major. I'm disappointed in that. I don't know how many times we have to learn that lesson, and it's getting a little redundant.
By that lesson, you mean the penalties?
Yeah, well, major especially. I mean, there's differences when you're, fighting hard for the puck and you're battling, and sometimes you take penalties like that. But we've now lost mental focus in very close games twice now, and I just don't. That's not. I thought we learned that lesson, put it that way. That's why I'm a little disappointed.
You mentioned strong defensive zone play. What can you say about your defensemen and how they're able to clear out the crease and counter the gap?
Well, it's something that we didn't do very well when we played them in December, and it's certainly something that we knew we were going to have to do a much better job of. So their focus on that was good, and I thought that they did a really good job of it. I thought Eamon did have to make some big saves, but so did their goaltender. But I thought for the most part we limited second rebound opportunities, which was a difference than you saw in December.
Tommy seemed to do a lot of the things that Tommy's known for, the kind of not box score related plays. How important is it to have that kind of grounded out mentality in a game like this?
Well, it's funny because when he had the penalty shot, when you do have players like that do all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box scores, but everybody knows how important they are to win, that those are the guys that usually score the big goals. So I felt really good about him having the penalty shot. So he wasn't the only one. He certainly did a very good job, but I thought we had a lot of forwards that came back hard, that worked really hard positionally, and they did a lot better job in the defensive zone too, not just our demon.
You guys didn't get hurt by it tonight, but a pair of too many men on the ice penalties. Was that just miscommunication?
It is. It sometimes happens. The first one was a defenseman joined the rush, which he should have because he had an odd-man rush, and our D-men somehow didn't realize it. And then the second one was on a PK. Because it was a 5-minute, we were getting down and using other guys we normally wouldn't because it was getting tiring. And there was a miscommunication on which forward had which forward coming out. It was new for them, and that's what happened.
Kai, was tonight another kind of stepping stone for Eamon? Can you assess it? Yeah, can you assess
I thought he played very well. I thought he looked good all night. I certainly hope so, but I feel bad because I thought we were coming pretty well. I felt really good about things. I thought we were coming until obviously taking that major. So, and we still had opportunities after that, but a very good performance by him. We have to get him his first win though.
Bouchard took a hard shot off his ankle in the second period. He was gone for a while. What's his status?
Sometimes when you take your skate off, you can't put it back on. So he got it out and he played the rest of the game when he came back. But I won't know until probably tomorrow. Because that sometimes, yeah, you feel all right and then you take your skate off and then it swells up. So we won't know until tomorrow.
You mentioned getting Eamon his first win. Is that something you worry about with the mentality of those guys when they give quality efforts like they did tonight and not get their first win or not get a win at all?
I don't worry about it. It's not that I worry about it. I just want it for him so badly. I thought he's played 2 excellent games and 1 pretty good game. And we obviously they're all against great opponents. I mean, he's played in the last 3 games. He's played against. Actually, 3 of the last 4 games he's played, 3 of them have been either against the #1 team in the nation or the #2 team in the nation. Right. So not that I'm worried about him, but I would love to get it for him.
You mentioned playing these close one-goal games against a lot of really good teams, and you seem eager to really get over that hump, but what positives can you still take away from playing really good teams and battling with them the entire game?
Yeah, aside from the improvements that we made specifically against Boston College, you do get confidence when you play honest and you play well and you do have a good performance that you can do it. If you can do it against a Boston College, if you can limit them to, you know, the number of even strength shots we did and limit their goal production, it does give you confidence. And we do feel good about that. I mean, they are a fantastic team and they're a fantastic offensive team. And so we can take a lot of positive confidence from that.
Kind of in the same note, I mean, obviously you've come out of a lot of these one-goal games kind of not disappointed, but you know, the feeling that anybody's going to have after that. But at the same time, do you remind yourself that this is still your first year and you've hung with everyone that's come to this arena?
Absolutely. And yes, I'm just disappointed. The reason I'm disappointed now is because I feel what prevented us from getting a positive result on the scoreboard is a lesson that we've learned, and that's why I'm disappointed. Aside from that, though, for us being, we're very much in our infancy. For us to have this kind of performance against a great team is huge for the coaching staff. I mean, it's huge for the coaching staff. We feel great about the direction we're going, but right now, again, 10 minutes after we just lost another one goal game and we took a major in the third period, it's frustrating because that's something that, I mean, will happen to young teams, but it usually doesn't happen this often.
Couple more.
And can you talk a little bit about David Glenn? I mean, how he found out about that whole thing, what that whole process?
I actually found out from him. He came in and asked to talk to me, and I had no idea why, and he brought that up. And as you've probably known because you met him, I mean, you can see this by how he plays and by getting to know him a little bit. I mean, he is the ultimate team guy. I love the sign. One of the students put up, the sign was, I think, David Glenn, the ultimate assist. And he's very, very underspoken. Like, he's very, very humble. He doesn't like the limelight. He's such a just all about the team guy. He doesn't like the limelight. I love the way he is. And so when he came in, I mean, we were certainly on the same page right from the word go, but he was just very proud to do it and have that opportunity right from the word go. We're very proud of him, and I'm very proud that our program's associated with him. I think it's a great thing, and so does the team. You know, I heard him say that, you know, he told some of the guys, but when we asked him just to tell the team what was going on, because I don't know if the team knew that he'd be missing games, you know, he was just so understated and just said, hey, I have this opportunity and I'm going to do this thing, I'm missing games. And that was it, but the team was extremely proud of him.
When you talk about the fact that you feel this lesson of taking majors and you take penalties has been learned, how do you make sure it is learned? I mean, is there anything you can do? I mean, what more can you do?
We're going to try. I don't know. We've tried a few things and we're going to try again. We're not going to stop, but that's why I'm a little disappointed. It is a mental focus thing. It's a mental toughness issue, and it's redundant.
Take one more.
Coach, do you think your offensive players can learn from seeing guys like Hayes and Gadowsky?
They can be inspired. I think those two playars, I think number one and number two in the nation scoring, but I think they do it very differently. I think anytime, sort of along the other question about playing the top teams, I think you can always learn when you play the best teams in the country, and by playing against them, I'm sure there are players that were on the ice with them that can get a little different feel, not just by watching them, but by being on the ice with them as to what they can do. I certainly think that helps, yeah.